Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Magda Starula, and I'm a consultant at Euromonitor International. I am super happy to be here to participate in this year's cosmetic business event. And for today, I prepared a presentation about consumer behavior in the German cosmetics market. So we will be talking about Germany and German consumers. All right, but before I kick it off, I would like to quickly talk about Euromonitor and who we are. We are a market research company providing strategic insights on consumers and industries, several industries. We have analysts collecting data on the ground in 100 countries that provide in-depth analysis on consumer goods and service industries. And we have 16 offices worldwide, and I myself am based in our Düsseldorf office. And as I said, today I will be focusing on the consumer, on the German consumer, and that is why from all of those industries that you are seeing here on the slide, I will be talking about the mixture of all those three, which is beauty and personal care, health and wellness, and lifestyle. So at Euromonitor, we do conduct surveys. We ask respondents in many countries. Germany is one of them. So the sample size is 1,000 respondents, and we ask them about very different topics related to beauty, health, and lifestyles. And today there will be many results taken from all those surveys that we draw into the presentation, and we wanted to present to you. So in order to get you a closer picture of the German consumers according to the German consumers. All right, then I will quickly talk about the agenda. So we will start with the industry overview and key takeaways. After that, we will move on to consumer values and behavior in Germany. After that, we will talk about top trends shaping the industry. And at the end, I will talk about the future outlook of beauty and personal care in Germany. All right, then let's start with the first section with the industry overview and key takeaways. So just very briefly, so according to our analysis, the beauty and personal care market in Germany is valued at 18.8 billion euros, and that's the retail value RSP in 2022. And the biggest category of beauty and personal care in Germany is skincare, which and the market size of which is 4.5 billion euros also in 2022. When it comes to the forecast period, when it comes to what we expect at Euromonitor, how the industry will be performing in the next few years, so we expect the industry to grow on average at 1.2% in the next 5 years, and these are in constant prices. Exactly, so let me start with some of the results also taken from the survey that I mentioned before. So just to quickly add some more information, so as I said, at Euromonitor, we do conduct those beauty surveys, and the sample size is 1,000 respondents. And just to add a few things, those respondents are both males and females, aged 15 to 74. And as today, as I said, I will be talking about the behaviors in the German market. What we wanted to bring is exactly all the meaty things about German consumers. So here are some of the results in the first slide about how does the spending on beauty looked like in 2021. So here we have several categories that we believed are kind of important in the industry of beauty and personal care, and we just wanted to get a closer look at those. So we have a comparison of those three categories, which are BB and CC creams, hair loss treatments, and anti-aging products. And we compared 2022 with the past 2 years about when we saw the spend on beauty products by the German consumers. So what can we see from the results that are drawn here is that the German consumers spent less on beauty in 2022. So when we look at the hair loss treatments, 16%, which is less than in 2020, than in 2021, this was the figure that German consumers spent on hair loss treatments. Same with aging products, so that was 19%. Only BB and CC cream was kind of an outliner, because in 2022, German consumers seem to spend more on that particular product, which I believe one of the most important reasons is the fact of second life of color cosmetics after the pandemic. People were not using color cosmetics as much in 2020 and in 2021, and of course also, yeah, no mask and fleece anymore. Therefore, color cosmetics and BB and CC cream, which we have here, so a slight increase when it comes to spend on beauty product. And also also an important reason I believe it's worth to mention is the fact that BB and CC cream, kind of a very multifunctional product that happened to have its second life starting in 2022, again due to pandemic and due to the fact that consumers were more likely to use multifunctional product, 2-in-1s or even 3-in-1s, rather than focusing on either, single makeup, so to speak. And here I wanted to talk about skincare, because that's, as I said, it's the biggest category when it comes to beauty and personal care in Germany. So here again we have results from our beauty survey where we asked consumers in Germany about different things. So I perhaps start with very basic information that you can see on the right-hand side. So 16% of consumers in Germany are digital skincare shoppers. What does that mean? So that term is a specific term to our survey, and according to our definition, those digital skincare shoppers are people who spend more than an average time on looking for skincare products online and to get information on skincare products online and to buy skincare products online and to get advices from different social media such as TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, etc., etc. So that's the figure according to our analysis when it comes to skincare shoppers in Germany. And 39% of consumers in Germany seek a personalized skincare solution, which I think goes in line with what we are seeing here at the bottom. Top skin concerns among Germans. We have also asked our German respondents about their skin concerns, and in 2022, almost 50% said that the biggest skin concerns are acne-related issues. Then number 2, aging skin, 47%, and number 3, lifestyle concern, 30%, which can be anything related to hormonal problems and skin conditions caused by that, or allergies, skin allergies. But I also wanted to talk about the graph that we are seeing on the left-hand side and typical spending on skincare products in 2022. We have asked consumers in Germany how much were they spending on particular skincare products in 2022. And at the bottom, you are seeing the amount of money. So, yeah, number 1, an anti-aging product. It looks like over 20% of consumers in Germany were spending €30 plus on anti-aging product, which again kind of goes in line with what we are having here, and top skin concern, which is aging skin. Then we've got acne treatments, etc., etc. But perhaps rather than discussing all of those, I also wanted to take your attention to products such as face mask, which, as you are seeing here, has the biggest chunk of consumers that spend the least of their money on face mask, €0 to €4. So the reason for that, I believe, is the fact that face masks are relatively cheap products. And even though the trend about facial masks, and especially the Korean beauty or J beauty and the sheet masks that have been super popular in the last few years, I think this really have drawn consumers to invest in those products more, but again, not as much as on products such as anti-aging, for example. And here we see also other products that range between 20 and 30 euros or 10 and 20 euros. So the purple line, for example, and 10 and 20 euros, we see that in most of the categories, it looks more or less the same. So anti-aging product or acne treatment or sunscreen, German consumers in 2022 were spending quite more or less the same amount for those products. And yeah, now let's move on to hair care. So here is the same pattern. So when it comes to hair care, so 20% of consumers in Germany are digital hair care shoppers. So as I said, those that look intensively for information on hair care products and buy them online. Then as much as 49% of consumers in Germany seek personalized hair care solutions. And when it comes to top hair concerns among Germans, #1 is hair loss and thinning hair, then scalp problems, graying hair, and damaged hair. And we can also look at the graph here, and we can see that, yeah, hair loss treatment in 2022 seemed to be the product that was invested the most by German consumers. Yeah, again, related to hair loss and thinning hair that we are seeing, that we know that COVID also has its, how can I say, has also caused many hair loss problems. Yeah, we saw many scientific studies claiming about COVID and its influence on hair loss, etc., etc., etc. So that is why it looks like hair loss treatments was kind of a winner. And then we have other products. So yeah, we can again look at the hair shampoo, for example, standard hair shampoo. So in 2022, consumers in Germany were spending the least money on hair care shampoo. That was the biggest chunk of their spend that costed the least money. And now let's move on to color cosmetics. So again, as in previous cases, 17% of consumers are digital cosmetic shoppers and 29% of consumers seek personalized cosmetic solutions. And top reasons among Germans for buying cosmetic products are #1, to complete beauty routine, and #2, to use as part of their daily routine. And here we are seeing, again, when we look at the typical spending on makeup products in 2022, we are seeing that foundation and BB and CC cream, again, those two products seem to be the winners when it comes to the highest spend on those products, which we had already a few slides ago, BB or CC cream, that has seen that increase. And the foundation again, as a kind of a basic product, and after the comeback of non-mask reality, people were investing more in that. And then we've got, when it comes to color cosmetics, we usually have more or less, when we look at the purple line or the yellow line between all of the, among all of those categories, we are not seeing very big differences. So perhaps tinted lip balm and the highest share of 0 to 4 euros spent on average. So that seems to be the lowest. And here now we are moving to the second section that will also have a lot of survey results because we will be discussing here consumer values and behavior in Germany. And here we again have some survey results. So this time we have asked our consumers about makeup. So we have asked consumers that were related to makeup. And we have asked them what are their desired green product features. And we have compared all of those in 2020, 2021, and 2022. And what we have realized that #1, with the highest increase in 2022, is fragrance-free. So it looks like consumers in Germany in 2022, the most important desired green product feature was for them fragrance-free products, fragrance-free cosmetic. And then plant, botanically delivered ingredients has also increased slightly. Yeah, ingredient formulation, I will also be talking about later. So I think that has also, it's also important to mention because it also seems like that particular feature has increased in 2022 when it comes to the importance of that particular feature for the German consumers. And some more results. So yeah, according to our survey analysis, 35% of consumers prefer natural or botanical ingredients, even versus lower price, and 28% of consumers prefer natural or organic ingredients versus proven efficacy. So again, all those green and eco-organic trends that we've been seeing since many, many years, yeah, I think that also confirms that 2022 was the year that continue those trends. And again, we have share of makeup users. This time we have asked our German consumers about desired product functionality future when it comes to skincare products. So what is important for our makeup users when it comes to skincare products? And we are comparing here 2021 and 2022. So yeah, of course, moisturizing, hydrating as a number one. But when we look at the difference between 2021 and 2022, it's actually not that high. So yeah, moisturizing is important when it comes to beauty makeup users, but there is not much difference in comparison to 2021. Then, of course, we have sustainable, suitable for sensitive skin, etc., etc. But I think what is important to mention is definitely the low part of the chart, so wrinkle preventing, and 2022 that has increased in comparison to 2021, and dark circle correction. So it looks like in 2022, consumers were very much attentive to products that claim to fight dark circles. And here we are continuing with skincare, and we have some of the results where we asked consumers in Germany, divided by different age cohorts, by different generations. So we've got Gen Z, and we've got millennials, and we've got Gen X and baby boomers. And we have asked them about frequency of sunscreen usage in 2022 again. So I think there is no surprise that we are seeing Gen Z and millennials that use sunscreen products daily or more frequently, while Gen X and baby boomers, well, not as frequently when we look at the results of the chart. When it comes to 1 to 5 times per week, Gen Z and millennials, they seem to be very similar, and Gen X also doesn't differ that much, while baby boomers, yeah, the difference is slightly higher. And when we look at baby boomers again, we are seeing that the answer never appears, and it's the biggest. So or occasionally, or the purple one, which is once every 6 to 8 weeks. So here I just wanted to mention that, of course, the holiday aspect plays here perhaps the biggest role, because Gen Z or millennials, they used to be more aware on sunscreen, good things, what they do for their skin, rather than baby boomers that most likely use sunscreen product when they go on holiday. So here, with that exactly, with all those results, I just wanted to underline that those generations, those two generations, which is Gen Z and millennials, they are focusing on prevention, and they are focusing on premature aging while using the sunscreen. And here we've got some of the results of brand preferences, luxury versus budget, again by generation. We have asked again different generations in Germany, which is share of skincare users. So yeah, we can look again perhaps from the bottom. So Gen Z, over 20% of those consumers prefer luxury brand, with millennials is rather similar. With Gen X also, while baby boomers, the part of consumers who prefer luxury brand is relatively small. Then when we look at the middle part and the neutral, the differences, the results are more or less similar, perhaps with baby boomers claiming to being neutral to their brand, whether it's budget or luxury. And when it comes to prefer budget brand, then we are seeing baby boomers that claim to prefer budget brand. Gen X and millennials also with the same, with more or less the same part, and Gen X slightly smaller part of consumers prefer budget brand. So again, here we are seeing that Gen Z very much drawn by media, very much drawn by influencers, very much drawn by marketing, for whom luxury brands are very, very important, especially when it comes to skincare, because or perfumes or fragrances, because that's kind of an important category for them. But also, what I wanted to mention, we have also some other results, results from the beauty survey, saying that 51% of consumers in Germany prefer their regular, previously owned skincare brands over a new brand. So it looks like consumers in Germany are rather loyal when it comes to brands, and as many as 40% of skincare consumers prefer previously owned skincare brand over natural or organic brand. So I think that also shows something that we were already talking about from the one perspective, the preference towards natural and organic brands, but at the same time about the loyalty that German consumers tend to have. They are very loyal consumers when it comes to beauty and personal care. And here about the hair care, because we were talking about COVID impact, etc., etc. So we have asked again consumers in Germany about their hair concerns in detail in 2022, and we have several age cohorts. So apparently, it looks like for all of the cohorts, or almost all of the cohorts, graying hair is the biggest concern. So no matter how old they are or how young they are. Then thinning hair as number 2, and then hair loss number 3. So I was also surprised, being very honest, seeing those results where, for example, 15 to 19 age consumer group was already concerned about graying hair, but apparently that's the result of our survey. So apparently it is like that. And exactly, which also goes in line, exactly, I forgot to say, sorry for that, with the whole concern of aging that we are seeing from the first few slides at the beginning of the presentation, that German consumers, over 40% of them, are concerned about aging, and aging also means hair aging, so graying hair, which seems to be the most reasonable answer. And since we are also seeing a big increase in usage of hair loss treatments, and that was also one of the biggest concerns of hair care among German consumers, we wanted to show the results here in that graph. So 21% of respondents in Germany claim to use hair loss treatment at least once a week. And when we look at the generations, we are seeing also increase between the years. So we are seeing that 2022 was kind of an outliner, especially for baby boomers, that we are seeing that in 2022, baby boomers, over 50% of them started using or used hair loss treatments in 2022, while in the previous year it was only over 20, or not even 20. And same with Gen X, so the increase is also quite big, because almost 60% of consumers that belong to Gen X claim to use hair loss treatments at least once a week. For millennials and Gen X and Gen Z, sorry, the difference is perhaps not as big, because again, one of the reasons is they have used already quite actively those products in the previous years, and on the other hand is also the age of them, because since they also have problems with hair loss, those two generations like X and baby boomers, the problems apparently are bigger. And yet, a few more things about hair care in Germany and health-conscious consumers that seek for natural ingredients in daily hair care. So again, some results drawn from the survey say that 31% of consumers prefer natural or organic ingredients versus proven product efficacy. 33% of them seek natural ingredients in their regular hair care products, and 21% of consumers in Germany seek hair health benefits in their regular hair care products. So again, we are seeing more and more indications that consumers in Germany are very much concerned about health of their hair, which has also been shown in the previous slides and in the previous graphs, and this simply highlights the fact that that's indeed the truth. And now we are moving to color cosmetics, and I think those figures are also not going to be surprising for you. Here we've asked consumers in Germany about how often they use cosmetics weekly, and we have here at the bottom line, we have here some of the results. So 68% of consumers in Germany claim to use cosmetic products, 0 to 1 products per week, and we call them minimalist. 18% of consumers in Germany are moderate users, so they use 2 to 6 products used weekly, and 14% of them are extensive users, so 7 to 16 products used. So we are seeing that definitely when it comes to color cosmetics, German consumers are rather minimalistic, and what's in their cosmetic bag for most of them is also very much modest. And now we are moving to the third section, and we will talk here about top trends shaping the industry. So again, there will be some survey results, but I will try also to talk about some of responses from brands and companies, how they were trying to tackle consumers, and how did it respond, and how does it resonate with the results that we are having in the beauty survey. So here, I just wanted to talk quickly about key drivers of the beauty and personal care industry in Germany. And what we are seeing, what we believe at Euromonitor, there are 4 key drivers that are important for the beauty and personal care. So number 1, ingredient-led beauty. So consumers, again, paying more attention what's in the cosmetics. That's why the huge popularity of the INSI app and checking this is good, this is not good. Can I use retinol with vitamin C, or I cannot use it, etc., etc. Then category blurring. We've been seeing not only when it comes to something that I've already mentioned, BB and CC creams, and then its multifunctionality, or products such as lip to cheek. So again, I buy one product and I can use it for different needs. But also the category blurring when it comes to health and wellness. So skin health, skincare is not only skincare per se, but it's also skin health. So in the intestinal beauty and what we actually take, how we supplement ourselves is important. And then sustainability features, something that I have also been mentioned in the previous presentation, a lot about sustainability, about upcycling, and here also that plays a huge role. So not only when it comes to recycling or recyclable products, but also about refills. So I think it seems to me that what is being important for consumers in general, so no matter whether they are Germans or not, is the fact that sustainability is very much important, but the price plays a very huge role. So if I can have, I don't know, refillable perfume that is 40% cheaper, I will go for it. But perhaps the awareness of sustainability in general, I'm not talking about the German consumers, but in general, is perhaps not as high. That's why those solutions such, refillables, or I don't know, just buying another piece of lipstick instead of buying a new one, but if it's 30% cheaper, I will go for it. And then premiumization and affordability. So that's an important part when it comes to nowadays, because in the world of inflation, in the world of rising prices, affordability is definitely the key, but at the same time premiumization, and something that we were seeing also in some of the responses, especially of Gen Z. And here again, we will start with sustainability, and we have asked consumers in Germany about desired skincare features, eco or ethically friendly. And we are comparing 2 years, 2019 and 2022, so how those preferables have changed. And yeah, we are seeing that those two outliners, which is recycled packaging and recyclable packaging, have seen the highest increase when it comes to the importance of skincare features, eco or ethically friendly. So it looks like across all of those features, those two were most important ones, which again brings us to a conclusion that indeed recyclability and recycled packaging is something that consumers in Germany are aware about, and they want to have an impact on that. And that's something that it's important for them. And here about ingredient-led beauty, when we were talking at the beginning of that first slide in the section, so how actually consumers in Germany respond to that. When we look at the survey results, so we believe this is kind of a new take on clean and conscious. In that particular case, we have asked consumers in Germany about desired product when it comes to skincare, and yeah, we are seeing that in 2022, all of those important desired skincare features have increased in importance. So dermatologists tested, we are seeing an increase to 20%, hypoallergenic, ingredient formulation, also an increase in comparison to 2019, medicated or clinical formulation, or natural or organic. So we are seeing that all those trends that we were talking at the beginning of the section indeed are important and indeed see the reflection in consumers in Germany responses. And here is what I was also talking about earlier, that convergence, that sort of multifunctionality, that sort of blurring wellness spaces. And I wanted to bring some of the examples from the German market where we are seeing those trends, those key drivers in the beauty and personal care. Number one, it's supplements from Dr. Barbara Sturm. So indeed, not only the skincare products, so creams, anti-aging products, etc., are important, but also the, so to speak, inner beauty. So what kind of supplements are we taking, how we are supplementing our skin health. And of course, one can think, yeah, but it has always been like that, or it's not anything new. But what we were seeing when looking at other brands, and here Dr. Barbara Sturm is one of the examples, it's very much dedicated skincare products. So you will find, even in the offer of that brand, you will find vitamins or dietary supplements supporting radiance, glow of the face, or anti-aging, or I don't know what else that were. I think something related to gut health as well that has an influence on skincare, etc., etc. So very much specific examples. And then we have another brand, Daluma, and so to speak, emotional skincare. So that's also quite a well-known brand, German brand, that first they came up with the healthy juices, etc., etc. So very much with the inner beauty or inner health, but then they moved and they decided to increase their scope also to skincare products, to cosmetics, and here it's sort of a package. So that brand, for example, they offer like a 28-day package where they send a consumer that package with cosmetics and with juices and with some vitamins. And again, this is very much dedicated, so for revitalizing skin or for anti-aging, etc., etc. So again, this is very much in common with what we were talking earlier. And then multifunctionality, another example of Behaviour. So yeah, there is an example of lip products, color and skincare in one. So yeah, I put a product that is healthy for my lips, and at the same time it gives me color. And then very recent, in 2023, Katjes and Cosnova, they started a collaboration So yeah, Katy is well known for vegan products, for vegan gummy bears. They had that cooperation, they are having that cooperation with Cosnova, and they are trying also to kind of start being present in that beauty industry, and at the same time they start to showing very much vegan part, because on all those products you will see the vegan label, the rabbit, and Katy's, since the packaging is very cute and very sweet, and it simply relates to the message of Katy's sweets, very sweet and cute. And here I wanted to talk quickly about the private label, and how does have private label behaved, or how the consumers, what were the consumers' relationship with private label in the last few years? Because again, in the era of rising prices, consumers try to slightly perhaps decrease their spend on some of the products. And here are the results. We have asked consumers in Germany in different years about how they claim, what they think, how much money they will spend on private label, or how it will increase. So yeah, we are seeing 2019 and 2020, so obviously it increased because of the pandemic, and again, one-stop purchase. So yeah, I go to a discounter and I buy at the same time beauty and personal products. But then again, we are seeing 2022 with a higher increase. So respondents in Germany, as many as 21 respondents in Germany claimed they will increase their private label, the spend on private label. Again, which goes in line with the situation that we had been seeing in the last year. And one of those reasons, here I just wanted to list also some of the reasons. So again, consumers are looking for deals, and they are gravitating toward e-commerce, offering provided by traditional beauty retailers, and they are rather similar attitudes towards purchasing channels. So again, that one-stop purchasing, even though we are not anymore in the era of COVID, it still has an influence on purchasing decision of consumers in Germany, because it's quicker, and at the same time, in the era of rising prices, there are some beauty and personal care products that I can go for, and I can buy more cheaper. And yeah, I believe it's almost the end of the presentation, so we are at the last section, and about the future outlook. So here again, some facts about expectations of increasing overall spending, of decreasing spending among German consumers. And here we've got the results from different survey, which is our consumer lifestyle survey, and that's pretty fresh because it was fielded in January to February 2023. And here I have asked consumers in Germany, the number is 864. We have asked about their spending and saving intentions over the next 12 months. So when we look at saving money, 28% seem to increase their spending, and only 22% is planning to spend more in general on products, on goods in the next 12 months. So yeah, when it comes to decrease, so only 16% is planning to decrease saving the money, while 27% plan to decrease overall spending. And then, yes, stay the same. We don't see here a big difference. So, but those results are kind of showing us that, yeah, there are rather low expectations when it comes to increasing overall spending. This is what we are seeing from the survey results. But at the same time, that's why there was a but. What we have realized when we were looking at the survey results is the fact that consumers are likely to increase spending on products that improve their health and well-being. So we have asked about our consumers about their spending intentions over the next 12 months. And we are seeing, for example, number one, spending on groceries, that 38% of consumers thinks or want or think they will increase their spending on groceries. Well, one of the reasons is, of course, rising prices, so that's kind of understandable that yeah, it will increase just by itself, but at the same time, the health and wellness aspect. So again, for example, when we think about experiences, the last point, and then 14% that plan to increase, again, spending on groceries, that good food provides me better health, so yeah, that's something that it's worth increasing. And then spending on health and wellness, number 2, as many as 24% of consumers in Germany is planning to increase their spend on health and wellness. While again, I was talking about experiences, so probably in the world of inflation, among rising prices, not as many consumers in comparison to other intentions is planning to increase their spend on experiences, but rather decrease, which seems to be the biggest number across, the biggest figure across the blue lines. And then, yeah, stay the same, looks also pretty much in line with all of the categories, with all of the intentions. And yeah, I believe this one is the one. So here with this slide, I would like to leave you with a message. What we believe at Euromonitor, how do we think beauty and personal care in Germany will look like, and what we expect, what kind of long-term shifts we expect, and how they will influence the world of beauty and personal care in Germany. So something that it has also happened many times during the presentation, formulation and sourcing. So again, consumers are very, very much concerned on what they eat and what kind of food they eat, but also what they put on their face. So we believe that there will be even bigger influence on that beauty-led or formulation-led industry when it comes to beauty and personal care. When we think about green beauty or eco-beauty or clean beauty, consumers are more and more aware of that, and they have the apps, and they can check things. They know what kind of products they should use or they should avoid. So that's something we believe it's also going to have an important impact over the forecast period. Then number 2, and reinforced blurring, something that we were also talking about earlier. So on the one hand, the shelf mix and mixing the shelf. So beauty products, for example, not only something that we put on our skin or that we use as makeup, but again, inner beauty, digestive health, gut health, also many messages. Also something that I have realized being at some of the trade fairs recently is the menopausal health in Germany. That's also something that I personally realized this year is a huge boom of products claiming to support menopausal health. So again, this will also have an impact in the forecast period. Digital beauty continues. So of course, again, apps, again, we see more and more often the QR codes, even either on some health and beauty devices, that they will lead you to a website that you can see other products, or you can see a product that you can use, etc., etc. And of course, we live in a very much digitalized era, so that's also kind of a, I would say, not surprising expectation. And yeah, when it comes to future consumers, future consumer in Germany, what do we think? How the future consumer in Germany will be. So, of course, something that have also been mentioned, that has also been mentioned in the a few slides back, is conscious about the spending, because again, we need to be careful how much we spend when it comes to beauty and personal products, because again, that's something that does not seem to be the biggest priority. So at the same time, companies are trying to tackle that aspect. Therefore, we are seeing more and more brands, private label brands, coming into the space, discounter brands that consumers have a very huge shelf space to choose from. And at the same time, what we are also seeing, future consumers and its attitudes towards towards technology and towards beauty and personal care, again, very much wellness-based. So how I can improve my health and well-being, what can I do to feel better and at the same time look better. So these are the 4 key points that we believe are expected to be long-term shifts over the forecast period, and that they are expected to have an influence on consumer behavior in Germany. Yeah, I believe that's the end of my presentation. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, either by email or we can have a chat as well. And yeah, thank you very much for having me, and wish you a nice rest of the day. Thank you.